between the Houston Texans and the Las Vegas Raiders.
And we are underway here in Las Vegas. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25.
A first down throw for Winston. And his first pass is incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
On third down, Winston. Got a man open. It's Darren Waller.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
And a nice milestone reached on that last throw is here late in the season. He goes over 4,000 yards passing.
And he's really thrown the ball well all season long. Had some big games along the way. He's inspired his receiving corps to go out and make plays for him in each and every ball game.
And he'll wind up taking this all the way down to the Raiders' 10-yard line. A big play there out of the running game.
That's a nice run right there, able to get to the outside. And so many times defenses say, okay, we've got you hemmed in. But if you're running the football, at least you know where everyone is coming from. You don't have to worry about the backside at all. That allows you to run with a little bit more confidence as you traverse down the field.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley.
And a short pickup there down to about the 9. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 79 yards.
And they've already clinched a playoff berth, so I'm eager to see how they approach this game, because some teams' philosophy is to go ahead and get guys out. Other teams' philosophy, continue to do what you're doing best. I expect them to go ahead and use their top guys all the way through this one.
And he pushes forward for maybe 3 down to the 6-yard line. Play number 8 here on the opening drive. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Winston. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans.
Justin Jefferson
with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Texans take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point attempt to follow here. And the Texans take a 7-0 lead. That time a 9-play drive. And it results in the Texans finding the end zone.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off.
Here's the dangerous Tyreek Hill.
And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
So here comes the Raider offense now onto the field.
They'll be led out by a first-round pick back in 2021 from Ohio State. It's Justin Fields. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Fields.
Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up 2nd.
Didn't have the greatest field position to start, did they? And now, after this sack, it's way, way worse.
And right off the bat, first play of the game. Throwing on 2nd and long.
Fields. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN.
And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 7 there on the screen. It'll set up a 3rd down.
Fields now to throw.
Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 30. And he'll take this down inside the 15-yard line.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake.
Touchdown, Texans! Saquon Barkley with touchdown number 20 on the year.
And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And that'll make the score 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it.
Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. At their own 19-yard line. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
So, Charles, the season winding down, the playoffs obviously not in their future. As they look ahead to the offseason, what spots do they maybe need to fill?
Well, I think that they like the guy who's calling the plays and throwing the ball. I think that he's a pretty good player. Needs some help, I think, on the perimeter, though. Help him out with receivers, because I think if he gets an upgrade there, his play gets that much better, too.
Off play action, Fields.
Rolling to his right. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's third down.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 10.
From the gun, here's Fields.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. Trey Hendrickson, he's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues.
On 4th down, A.J. Cole comes on to punt. Back deep to return is K.J. Hamler.
He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10.
Houston set to take over.
And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Jameis to throw it. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
A gain of 16 yards. And the Texans 1st down.
Texans football to start quarter 2. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. A 1st down carry for Barkley. 52 yards rushing for him now. He's only carried the ball 4 times.
I'm not sure how much more evidence they need, partner, than to understand that if they don't start to slow him down, it's going to be a long afternoon here at the stadium, because he is just shredding them at this point. And let's face it, coming into the game, they knew he would be the focal point of their attack. This is going to take an 11-man unit on the defensive side to start making plays.
Barkley with a carry on 1st down, and he'll get about 4. So 2nd and 6 forthcoming.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
From the 27, Winston.
Flush to his right.
Shedding the tackle. Winston into the slide, and he's got a 1st down.
Let's go. A gain of 13 yards.
He is tough to bring down, Jameis Winston. Charles, I remember calling a baseball game of his. He played baseball at Florida State, too, and you saw his legs, tree trunks sprayed in to those baseball pants. I said, how could anybody bring this guy down?
And that's part of the beauty of his game, because he has that toughness, that thick body. He may not beat you sprinting, but he's real sharp with his mind, and he knows how to get away from people.
They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. Here's Connor on the read option. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. James Conner hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now 21-0. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays. And it was a touchdown run by James Conner that was the exclamation mark. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And he's able to get more than half of what they needed. That brings up a 3rd and 5. Back to throw, Fields. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. Trey Hendrickson in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. Here's A.J. Cole now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget Paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
That's caught by the tight end, Harrison Bryant. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. Fields. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And he's going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. Escaping the pressure right. And a loose football. And the Texans scoop it. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. Good job starting on that scramble. Had his eyes on that first down marker, CD, but lost the most important thing, the football.
Yeah, wasn't quite there. Focused solely on getting to the first down marker. Forgot to cover up and take care of the ball.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's Winston. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. They'll throw again. Winston. To Barkley on the check down. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down. Throwing, Winston. Trying to lay one up deep. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kadarius Toney as the first half is winding down. And the Texans will extend their lead here just before halftime. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And a rout is on here in this first half. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Hill is going to take it out of the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down.
It's a gain of 11. And the Raiders snap.
So we've come upon halftime. We now proceed to the start of the second half.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. Whether they'll amount to much in a game that's already pretty well decided, well, that's another question. Nevertheless, let's get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Okay, Coach, thanks. Yeah, that's something to consider. Are we in for more one-way traffic here in the second half? It has not been a competitive game to this point.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
On first down, Fields.
Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed.
And he's taken down. Back in his own 7. Trey Hendrickson. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little... And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. And the safety there, another mistake, and these mistakes just keep piling up.
How many more can they make? They put themselves in such a massive hole now. Going to be difficult to dig out from under.
Yeah, for sure they can't afford anymore at this point.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time out, another touchdown, and I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the roads
true.
will be fairly clear
by
the time
positive.
we have to leave the booth.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Winston.
To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
And if anyone thinks they're just going to tuck their horns in and pull back off the throttle a little bit, you can forget it. Even with this big 3rd quarter lead, I think this team's going to continue to take their shots downfield, and there's another completion.
On first down, Barkley. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. absolutely perfect.
But sometimes that option can get bogged down before the gears really even get into motion, and I think that's what we saw there.
And I think what he saw defensive end right in his face, because he looked up and he was right there. Didn't even have a chance to get going.
He's going to loft it deep right sideline. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Raider drive will start from deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Play action. It's Fields. Man open, that's Henry Ruggs.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there for the Raiders.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
Flushed out right.
And he will find his man Ruggs.
And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But nice throw there for a good gain and a 1st down.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Here's Fields.
Looking middle, it's caught by Gronkowski. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields.
And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go as a sack and a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 2nd and goal. Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal.
Now Fields.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Maurice Hurst in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
So once again, they dial up the pressure and get home and get a sack. It brings up a 3rd and long, but it's really not an unmakeable one, especially considering they just gave up back-to-back sacks.
Now Fields on 3rd and goal.
And he's going to go down again. Trey Hendrickson in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Tucker's kick is good. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag? You just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback.
And now out comes Houston. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. We have played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
2nd down. Here's Barkley again.
And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
The Texans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And this will be a Texans first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Again, it's Barkley. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be...
Fights through, and now a crease. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And finally out of bounds just inside the 10. A big play there on the catch and run. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 3 on the gain there. 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Winston. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. And not a good time for the sack on 2nd and goal. A loss of 6. And now it's 3rd down. Now Winston. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They wind up with 6 on the hook up there, but it's not enough. 4th and goal.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half.
Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Raider offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
Hey, you're impressed,
Yeah,
aren't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about, going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadruple. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
To throw again on second down. Fields. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. The Raiders on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields sliding out of the pocket. He's going to fire one. Corner of the end zone. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big.
And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find. And now, of course, all scoring plays are reviewed, and I think they're going to take an extra long. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will shave a bit off the lead as it's down to a 23-point game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Houston's offense taking over again, and this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the fourth. A run with counter on first down, going to get about 5. 2nd and 5 coming up. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. Play fake. Winston. That's complete to the tight end, Warner. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Now that's a big pickup right there, and so often we focus on how the quarterback's faking up play action. How about everyone being in on the deal and picking it up?
2nd, 3rd levels, you could see them trying to recover. They bit. Worked out offensively. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run it again with Barkley. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. A loss of 1, now a loss of 2, and they're staring at a 3rd and 13. On the handoff, Connor, and to the 46 he goes and no further, so he is well short of the first down marker. Now the Raiders going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. On 1st and 10, here's Fields. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Maurice Hurst, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
25-yard line.
So Houston going to come away here with the victory, and they've got to feel good about this performance. I think you'd agree, matched up against a top 5 defensive unit in the league, and they pretty much had their way.
Yeah, that was the interesting part about it, because normally when we see this defense play, they have their opportunities, and they make their plays, don't they? They knock them back on their heels. They take the ball away. They change field position. In this case, what you said is so apt. They had their way with them, took it to them, and knocked them back on their heels and surprised the heck out of them.
So for the Texans, they improved to 11 and 5 now with 1 week remaining.